cannot believe I'm doing this. You just pop them on. Hey everyone, welcome to the weirdest video I have ever filmed. It's a little bit of a sensitive topic, but we're grown-ups here and we're gonna be able to handle this. This one is a specific viewer request that came in from quite a few of you who have requested that I make a video. I don't even know how to phrase this without sounding crazy. You want me to make a video showing you outfits you can wear without wearing a bra. Now, you know where you're going with this. Doesn't mean we're gonna let the girls fly free, okay? So what I have found for you are quite a few options with built-in bra options, and then stay tuned to the very end. I will give you my top 2 recommendations that are a little different than what you think. Now, this definitely fits a certain audience. First of all, if you really need a ton of support, this video might not be for you as far as day to day, but if you're looking for loungewear in the house, you want a little extra support while you sleep, I think I have some options for you. It's not gonna be for everyone, and I know that, but as someone who lives in a very hot climate and completely understands what it's like to be just drenched in sweat, wearing your traditional bra that now you have to go wash, and it's not quite as easy to wash a normal bra. You have to put it in a laundry bag, you have to let it air dry, then you gotta wait for it. Maybe you don't have a ton of extra bras. So you want options that kind of cut down on the laundry. I'm here for you. I have found you some solutions. Some better than others. We're gonna be very honest here. So let me tell you a little bit about my specific situation and give you my very biased info. Technically, I am a 32 double D cup. I say technically because I am a narrow frame, so this part would be the 32 that's just out of the frame. But I don't like anything super constricting, so I usually go up in the band size and then down in the cup size. So while I measure at a 32 double D, I prefer to wear a 34D. Now, what you're seeing on the screen and in the rest of the video, those were not homegrown, they are man-made. So do I need the same level of support as the homegrown ones? No, they're not gonna move around like a natural breast does. But I've had mine for a while. They do move, they do bounce. I don't wanna just run around with the girls flying free. There's also the situation as far as nipples go. This is so awkward. Okay, I am a grown-up. I am 52 years old. I should be able to talk about breasts. Oftentimes we run into issues with, it's not just that we need the support, we would like a little extra padding so that there's no nipple poke through. Even though I am aware there's now a bra on the market that simulates a nipple poke through, I am guessing that if you are a regular viewer of my channel, that is not a bra that is appealing to you. So I have you covered quite literally there. One more thing, if you want links to the stuff that I'm sharing here, if you see something that you think, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for, all the links are down in the description box. It's the text underneath my head. You'll have to expand it to see it more. The easiest place, honestly, to find it is the very first comment at the top of the comments. All the links and all the info will be there as well. All right, awkward introduction over. Let's move into awkward try-on portion of this video. So for the most part, the hugest selection as far as items of clothing that have built-in bras in them are tanks, which is great because moving into summer, most of us would prefer to wear tank tops. So the first option I have is this guy right here. This is a 95% modal fabric, at least this part. I found this to feel the most like normal fabric, and this was another caveat, something I was looking at. Obviously, anything on the market for sports, a sports bra, a sports tank, those kinds of things, of course those have built-in bras. I was specifically looking for clothing that doesn't look like something you're gonna wear to go work out in. We want it to look and feel like our regular clothing. If you wanna walk around a sports bra or a sports tank all day, you don't need this video. So on to this one. This one feels like normal fabric, which I like. I will say the sizing wasn't the most upfront, so that's another reason why I'm doing this video. I went with a size 2-4, and I didn't feel like it was tight enough around the band. It's good enough, it's not great. As we like to say in my family, we have a saying, it's good, it's not great. So my recommendation is go with your regular shirt size here, even if you're on the larger cup size, because it's going to support you. You just don't want it so loose on the sides that things start shifting around. So they do have a size lower than that, a size 0, which is kind of where I am in more tops than the 4. I'm only sharing this not to be like, hey, I'm a size whatever. It's just you can gauge my measurements, which will be down in the description box and in the comments, and then figure out the sizing for you as well. Let's take a look at the inside of this. So this has an actual, probably hard to see on camera because it's all white, but it has an actual molded bra cup inside. It is very thickly padded, much more so than my usual bra. So you are fully contained. There will be no see-through, there will be no poke through, but you gotta make sure that the girls fit in these cups. And if you tend to go sideways more, you might not have enough room for this running around outside. This might be a great sleep tank, but you might have some spillage coming out your armpits. So just want to give you that pointer. Then we have this racerback style, which I know white is the worst color to show on camera. The light bounces off this right into the lens and makes it really difficult to see. So we'll look at me over there. This one is 95% cotton, but it feels a little more spandexy than the other ones. This has absolutely zero padding. Unless you don't mind the world seeing your nipples, you're gonna need to wear something to cover those up, and I have that coming at the end of this video. However, the Shelf Bra offers quite a bit of support. I did feel very supported, more so than in this first one with the molded cups. It comes in sizes small through extra, extra large. Again, for me, it was more of a order of what true size you are in a shirt. Don't look so much at cup size, and because I wear a true size extra small in tops, this was a little too loose for me. So I would say order this one based on your shirt size, not your bra size. It does have fantastic support though. So if you wear a size small through double XL, I think this is a really good option. And I should point out, all of these come in about 1 million color options. I just went with white for all of them, so we have some sort of consistency. This next tank actually comes in a pack of 3. So I got this in the white, the gray, and the navy because those are the colors I'll probably reach for the most. This one is also 95% viscose and does feel very soft and fabric-like. It goes from small to 3X. Of the 3 tanks I've shown you so far, this one is absolutely my favorite. I felt like I got the most support and coverage on this one. Even though they didn't have an extra small, this one fit me perfectly fine. It wasn't super snug, so if you're worried that it'll be too small, if you're a regular size small, I still say go with your shirt size, not your bra size. And I did go through the reviews on all of these, and even the larger chested girls, like 38Gs, they were saying that they felt very comfortable and very supported in this. So of the 3 I've shown you so far, this one is my absolute favorite, especially just because of the feel, the support. This does have the built-in cups. I'll show you, but again, it's going to be hard to see. These feel more breathable. There's almost like little holes in them. You're not going to see it because they're white and they're reflecting at you. You will just have to take my word for it. Really, really like this one. Then we move on to a couple of finds from Old Navy. So first we have this PowerSoft support tank. This one is pretty interesting. The straps are thinner, which is nice, and it's lined in a nude fabric, so you don't have to worry about anything showing through. It has some padding in here, not exactly, very lightly molded cups, not so much structure as the ones I just showed you. So you don't have to worry about see-through. Here's the thing, I got the sizing wrong. I ordered by my shirt size. Old Navy for me tends to run big, so I ordered an extra small, and it's like squeezing sausage into a too small casing. Wait till you see the next one. It was digging into my shoulders, the boobs were spilling out. It might not be as obvious on camera, but trust me. I think this is a fantastic option if you get the right size. Luckily, Old Navy has a great return policy. This does feel more like and look more like an athletic tank, especially because they have a little logo here, the little reflection on it. So to me, that looks a little more athletic. And then we have the absolute fail, but only because I ordered the wrong size. I only have 1 t-shirt to show you. Again, because all the ones that are on the market that have built-in bras look like workout tops. And I was specifically looking for something that's not a workout top. So this is also from Old Navy, and it's from their PowerSoft line, but it is their support crop top, not a crop top. I would say this one sits at my natural waist. So I want to show you this one inside out so that you can see what we're working with here. So the lining goes all the way around front and back, which I don't really understand why you would need that in the back. The front, as you can kind of see here, has the molded cups, and you're gonna see on the footage, hopefully it shows up on camera. Okay, first, I know I got the wrong size. I am very much oozing out of it. It's digging into my underarms, it's digging into everywhere is digging. I use this phrase a lot, you're seeing it in real life. A 5-pound sausage in a 3-pound casing. That's what's happening here. What I don't really love is that there's some seaming in here, and it almost looks like you're seeing an outline of an odd shaped nipple or something going on under the shirt. It's not anything that's showing through because I was wearing nipple covers. We'll talk about that in a second. It's the seaming of the cup shows through the bra. bra. So I'm sharing this with you to tell you that it has potential, and maybe it was because it was too tight and it's sucking in against me, and so the seam is showing. But if you're gonna order this, order it in your maybe a size up and hang on to that receipt. I know Old Navy has great return, so that's not an issue. I do love the cap sleeve. I love the neckline. I like it in concept. Again, it was just the fit was not great, and that was an error on my part. And the fact that the reviews say it runs true to size, which I did not find to be the case. Hey friends, I am back with an update on everything from my FabFitFun box that I received last month. Now, this portion of the video is sponsored by FabFitFun, and if you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's essentially a shopping club. 4 times a year, you get to pick what they put into your seasonal box. All kinds of things, fashion items, beauty items, home items, skincare, you name it. There are 2 kinds of memberships. There's a seasonal membership where you just order 1 box at a time, and then there's the annual one which gets you all 4 boxes. I have more information for you at the end of this. Let's just quickly run through everything I picked out for my box. These sunglasses, aren't these great? I love an oversized pair of sunglasses, but I also want this area of my face protected. Even though they're really big and oversized, they're really lightweight, so I love these. Another favorite, I'll demonstrate it, is this anti-frizz flyaway wand from Bondi Boost. Believe it or not, this is not my natural color. My natural color is rapidly turning gray. The texture of my hair has changed, and the gray hairs are just kind of springing up. And so this helps. It basically is a very non-sticky little gel that you can put down your part and make those flyaways disappear. When I shared this last month, so many of you went crazy. It's the Molten Brown Bath and Shower Gel, specifically in the scent Orange and Bergamot. It smells so good. It smells so good that I have hidden it from my husband so that he doesn't use this up. This laptop case is beautiful. I love it. It's functional. It's this really nice lined, quite large compartment. And then it also has a sleeve here, and then it has another sleeve here. In fact, I would not limit this to just a laptop case. If you have file folders you need to bring with you, I think this would be a really good idea. And then the last item I want to talk about is this picture frame. When I went to set it out on my dresser with all the rest of my family photos, I realized all my photos currently live on my phone. So this is sort of the catalyst that I'm going to go download some photos and get some more updated ones. Kind of why I like the concept of the FabFitFun box. It encourages you to try new things, encourage you to do new things like download the photos off my phone and get them printed out somewhere. So each box will contain 6 full-size products that you get to choose from a list that they provide for you each season or each quarter. The seasonal membership is $69.99 a box. The annual membership is $219.99 a year, which translates to you saving $60, which is almost the cost of an entire box. With that membership, you get access to members-only flash sales at up to 70% off. There's brands like the ones I've shown here, Trina Turk, Diff, Molten Brown, Bondi Boost, Tarte, Olaplex, Our Place, just a whole bunch of options. If you use my code, which is on the screen, you can get a free gift valued at over $200 with a new annual membership. Annual members also get first dibs on picking what goes in their box. Their boxes ship out earlier, and they get first access to those flash sales. If you want to learn more about the FabFitFun membership, I've got a QR code up on the screen, and there'll be more information down in the description box. The struggle was real when looking for dresses, because for me, summer means dresses. Throw it on and go, especially if the bra is built in. The problem here is that everywhere I looked for dresses with built-in bras, I would not be caught dead out of my, not even in my house in these outfits. They were very dated looking, the styling wasn't great, the prints were very dowdy or frumpy, or just, there's no way I can recommend these to you, especially the ones that you find on Amazon. Now, Soma has some great in concept built-in bra dresses, but it was kind of the same deal. The prints were not great, the cut was just off, they were about midi length, but in that weird, awkward, is it a capri length almost? I can't recommend those. There was one bra from Soma that caught my eye, but I have a feeling that most of you watching this would not wear it. I will pop in a picture of it. It's a one-shoulder dress, which is really pretty, I think. Not the prints. I don't like the prints very much. The solids are really pretty. It is a higher price point. If you like a one-shoulder option, this is definitely one to check out, so I did want to share it with you. But overall, I love the idea. Soma, we need to update the silhouettes and the prints. And I love Soma. I wear their bras, except for today, every day. There is one dress though. It's actually this one that I adore. And if you are a longtime viewer, or maybe just a year or so, you're sick of this dress. I wore this dress constantly in the summer. It's from Zella, which is a Nordstrom house brand, and it's a racerback style, which you can see over there. I would say, as a general rule, the Zella line runs big, but don't size down in this because this cut is pretty narrow and I am just barely fully contained in here. So if you're not sure, I would get your regular size, do not size down. And I love this. The only thing is, this year's version, this is the 2024 version, the 2025 version is identical, except there's a little cutout in the back, see? And I have a feeling there's a lot of you that are not a fan of the placement of that cutout. I'm still gonna share it because maybe some of you do not care. I think it's a beautiful dress. It's fantastic for travel. It holds up so nicely. You can throw something easily over this. You can make it a more athletic look. You can dress it up. I love this dress. I don't love that they added the cutout, but Nordstrom is not consulting me for design advice. Probably a good thing. I do have two really good solutions that are not exactly bra free, but I think they will accomplish the same thing you're looking for if you're sick of washing your bras pretty much every day during the summer. So let's start with the more controversial one, but I think every woman needs these. And we're talking about nipple covers. Now these are called Nippies, great branding, and I have been wearing these for years. And as you can see, they stick. They are 100% silicone and they have a built-in adhesive and you just pop them on. I mean, I'll do this. I cannot believe I'm doing this. You just pop them on. They mold to your skin. They do not move until you peel them off. They're good through sweat. They're good through water. I can't seriously do this. Okay. These come in, I believe, 5 colors now, skin tone in 5 different colors and 3 sizes, depending on how much you've got going on in the front. Well, that's not entirely true. I would say they size according to your nipple size because that's what they're meant to cover. So they do 2 things. If you're wearing a dress that you don't want to wear a bra with, but you can kind of see through it and you don't want that, these will cover up any coloring like your areola, and so you're not showing the whole world your business. These also will cover up, literally, any poke-through situation. So perhaps you are wearing a dress that has some nice built-in boning on the side, great support, but it's a little see-through, or you're worried about poke-through, you pop these on. Maybe you're wearing a workout tank or workout bra that already has some built-in shelf support, but again, you're worried about seeing anything come through. These are fantastic. They're great for under bathing suits. They're just fun to play with. After you're done wearing these, you just take them off, wash them with a little hand soap or dish soap, let them air dry, pop them back on. They say they're good for 25 uses. I mean, I wear mine for years before I order a new one, so who's to say? They've also come out with a new version, which I will admit, I have not tried these. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have. Bigger box, and I ordered the bigger size because this isn't so much to cover nipples as to take the place of a strapless bra. So these are the lift version. By the way, save these. So what you do, I will demonstrate over my clothes. So I got the larger size because these are a D or a double D, and you pop it on and then you hoik them up a little bit. You lift this, so you lift, and then you paste. And that's how that would work if you were doing this over your skin and there's just not enough money in the world for me to demonstrate skin to skin, and YouTube would absolutely censor this. So no, but I can, yeah, it's lifting even under, I can feel the lift. The problem here is the strapless part. You've got to kind of make sure that you don't hoik them so much up that this peaks up over the top of your dress. But if you're wearing something maybe with a deeper V and you have some kind of strap coverage here, I think this is a really great option. This is a very specific use, whereas this size works for all kinds of things. Isn't going to give you any support like this one will. And here's the size difference. This is the, I think, the small size, and then this is the large. I have a feeling the smaller sizes would not have as big of the top. All right, I feel very ridiculous. However, I have one extremely excellent suggestion. I have been doing this for years, and that is the Fruit of the Loom Camisole Sports Bra. So these are a cotton combination. These feel like cotton. I have them in more colors than I would like to admit. I have a few in the gray. They come in a million colors. They're really fun. Why do you need them in colors? I will tell you why. If I am wearing a dress that has really low armholes, I will pick one of the coordinating camis here, pop one of these on underneath so we don't have any poke through, because these are just a shelf bra style, and I am good to go. And I just order a bunch of these in the colors I wear the most, and then I throw them in the wash, I throw them in the dryer. I wanted to, these are new. I just ordered some new ones for this season. This one is like 4 years old, just so you can see it in comparison to a brand new white one. This is the new one that's now blinding us with its whiteness. This one, I mean, on camera, can you tell the difference? This one is a little dingier, to be fair. Do I always separate my whites and colors and darks? No. So I say this holds up great. They also used to make it in a racerback style, in a very thin racerback style. I have not been able to find that. If anyone can find it for me anywhere, please let me know. And they also make a version, now this is like a spaghetti strap. They also make it in with a little more coverage, with a little bit wider strap if you need a little more support. I would say go for the wider strap. As far as sizing goes, I recommend sizing one size up from the band size that you regularly wear. So I regularly wear a size 34, I get a size 36. When in doubt, go up 2 band sizes. Because I'm technically a 32, I go up to a 36. Everybody fits, I still feel very supported. I feel covered with one of these underneath. And then if I sweat through it, it's not the end of the world because that one I can throw it in the washer and dryer, whereas a traditional bra involves a little more work. So we have come to the end of this very strange, but I feel very important, very niche kind of video, but I think a lot of women can relate to this. Whether you're like me and you just want to wear something that's easier to wear and launder, you want maybe a little more modesty, so you'll have, you know, one of these on instead. I've heard from many of you who've had a single mastectomy and you need support, but not quite as constricting as a traditional bra. Whatever your situation is, I am here, in this case, literally to make sure that you are covered and covered well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Oddly, I had a lot of fun making it. Hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.